How's the royal family? I pray that everyone is doing well. Check this out, my royal family. You really need to go get your shit. Now, I know many know about it, but you know true royal is not gonna let this pass. This shit is juicy. Oh, real juicy. You need to go get your shit. Now, I got a couple of things to read. I got two videos to show, some things to explain, all one and the same to the royal family. You know, we're going to take care of some business, but we got to watch this because I'm going to make it real juicy. Oh, True Royal can't pass this up. So, this is Nurse Becky. Yeah. This is Nurse Becky. And she don't look right today at work. Well, yesterday. Now, Nurse Becky's name is Tiffany Dover. But she gonna be Becky. You know, I'm running shit on this channel. I do what I do. Now, my royal family, I'm gonna have to repeat myself again. I must point out some very important things. So, yesterday was the 17th. Keep that on your frontal lobe. All right? Well, to the new folks on the True Royal family or True Royal, I had said 5 years ago, I had a spiritual experience that I talk about often. And the Creator told me that I would always see the number 17. Then I had a girlfriend tell me that always refer to the word. It may be a number, a butterfly, an animal. There is a meaning to it. So, let's find out what 17 means to the new folks. 17. In the Bible, the number 17 symbolizing overcoming the enemy in a complete victory. Again, overcoming the enemy in a complete victory. Okay, I must repeat thyself again, because I said it yesterday. The Creator told me 3 years ago, and it was the summertime, that the white woman would be the first to get my wrath. And that does not exclude the white man, because he upheld her shit. So, Becky basically collapsed. She took a shot, and 17 minutes later, she hit in the paint. Oh yeah, look at her. Gaze at it, my royal family. Oh, that, you know, she trying to, okay, no, we ain't gonna look at that right now. You know, True Royal gotta get down funny. You know, she was telling me, I'm sorry. I agree with you. You all that and more. And you couldn't maintain yourself. And you felt something. Now you looking all perky. But we're not going to focus on that. I'm petty like that, Becky. I have to do what I have to do. You had to do what you had to do yesterday on the 17th. All right? This 17, my royal family comes up in my life frequently. Yesterday was Mr. Santana's royal day, 17th. My mother gave birth to me, 17 years old. Had my spiritual experience, March 17th, 2015. 17 letters in my oldest son's name, 17 letter in my father's name. My mother died May 17th. My uncle died October 17th. I get hurt at work on the 17th. I can sit up here all day, my royal family. Thank y'all for putting up with me, because some people knew, so I had to do what I had to do, and I had to point out what I had to point out. So yesterday, somebody was trying to be a hero and was feeling some kind of way. So, whose bright idea was that? Nurse who faints when she feels pain, chosen to get Pfizer's vaccine live on air and collapse moments after the jab? Now check this out. I'm disagreeing on some things. They trying to make it like she got the shot, she passed out immediately, and they saying it was due to her feeling pain. So you get the needle stuck in you, and then 17 minutes later, you passing out due to the pain? You're supposed to pass out immediately. And she knew, or they claim, that she was prone to that. No. Not 17 minutes later. It's what's in that vaccine. Ain't gonna work. So, Nurse Tiffany Dover fainted on TV 17 minutes after receiving the vaccine. She was talking about why it was important for the healthcare workers to receive it. Dover later said she has a condition that causes her to faint when she feels pain. So you felt it, you continue to feel that pain 17 minutes later? I don't believe that. She said she is not skeptical about the vaccine or worried about the side effects, but then you hit that damn pain. Okay. So let's see here. Okay. So I guess they're trying to say, it'll trigger something within yourself. You'll feel pain once you get the needle and all of that. That's supposed to happen immediately. This is what they put in this article, and I'm not going to read all of it. If you are known to faint from pain or the sight of needles, perhaps volunteering to get COVID-19 vaccine live on television isn't a wise choice. All right. But one Tennessee nurse did not let it stop her from getting the jab on camera and surprisingly collapsing minutes later. No, you're supposed to collapse immediately again. Tiffany Dover, a 30-year-old mother of two, nurse manager at Chi Memorial Hospital in Chattanooga, Tennessee, was among the first staff members there to receive the vaccine on Thursday, December 17th. But 17 minutes after getting the vaccine, she was speaking to local news outlets, Channel 9, when she suddenly started feeling unwell. I'm sorry. I'm feeling really dizzy. I'm sorry. I agree with you on the sorry part, and you are dizzy, she said before dropping to the ground, while two colleagues rushed to catch her. She then recovered and said she often faints when she feels pain, so it came as no surprise. Ooh, you dumb. It just hit me all of a sudden. I feel fine now, for me, she said. No. It was what was in that. Don't let her fool you on that. You know, on site, that it said in this article, once you feel a direct needle in you, not 17 minutes later, who the hell y'all think y'all fooling? Trying to convince folks out here, come and get this. Ooh, could you imagine some people was in that room, had they sleeve all up, in line, waiting to get that shot, and they seen that shit? They were like, got me fucked up. Ain't gonna get that shot ever. 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 So I ain't gonna read the rest of this mess. We gonna get into more of the juiciness.
It was a pivotal moment in Chattanooga's fight against COVID-19. I'm Josh Rowe.
And I'm Kim Chapman. Today, CHI Memorial called reporters to their hospital as they vaccinated their first group of frontline workers. This nurse was in that group.
About 17 minutes after receiving the shot, she took questions from reporters, and then this happened.
News Channel 9 Stephanie LaChance spoke to the nurse moments after what you just saw. Stephanie, how's she doing tonight?
Kim, Josh, Tiffany Dover, the nurse that fainted right after being vaccinated, is doing just fine. In fact, just minutes after she fainted, she was able to get back up on her feet and talk to us again. A moment that took the room by surprise, just moments after one of the first COVID-19 vaccinations at CHI Memorial. Tiffany Dover, a CHI Memorial nurse, fainting, but minutes later, she was back on her feet.
It just, hit me all of a sudden. Just felt really diaphoretic, and I feel fine now.
Dover tells us she has a medical condition that can sometimes cause her to faint.
It's common for me.
Doctors we spoke to say this is not unusual.
It is a reaction that can happen very frequently with any vaccine, with a shot.
They wanted to reassure those who saw it happen.
No reason to suspect that that's due to the vaccine whatsoever.
CHI Memorial received 975 of these today and are hoping to give them out within the next week. A COVID-19 vaccine, a shot of hope.
I feel very confident that it was done safely. I do not think that this was rushed or that corners were cut.
CHI Memorial doctors say this is the light at the end of the tunnel.
It's an overwhelming sense of gratitude in the sense that, literally there are millions of dead and dying out there that aren't going to have this opportunity that I've been afforded today.
Doctors tell us they typically keep people between 15 to 30 minutes after getting vaccinated in case of situations like this. Reporting live in Hamilton County, I'm Stephanie LaChance, News Channel 9.
Stephanie, thank you. Well, Chattanooga's two other hospitals began vaccinations as well today. Erlanger sent us this video of nurse Suzanne Hornsby receiving one of their first shots. They tell us that she works on the COVID unit and volunteered to go first. The hospital says several other of her colleagues quickly followed her lead. And Park Ridge sent us photos of a nurse and the medical director of hospitals receiving a dose. It's also worth noting here that the FDA says it found vials containing the Pfizer vaccine carried extra doses. Tennessee Health Commissioner Dr. Lisa Piercy says that added more than 11,000 doses to Tennessee's supply that went out today.
Okay, my royal family. Now, let me take this down. Now look at the symbolism of this. Look at the symbolism. She always want to be the first. And I told you what the Creator told me. That wasn't no accident. 17 minutes later, on the 17th, marinate on that. I got something that I want the royal family to watch. We'll get back to that. Check this out. You can't sue Pfizer or Moderna if you have severe COVID vaccine side effects. The government likely won't compensate you for damages either.
The country's first COVID vaccine could be authorized for emergency use any day now. If Pfizer and BioNTech get the green light in the United States, distribution is set to begin within days. But mass adoption is not a guarantee. Roughly 4 in 10 Americans say that they would definitely or probably not get a vaccine, according to a recent Pew Research Center poll. Employers, however, may not be willing to take no for an answer. I've been talking to lawyers across the country, and they all say that their corporate clients are reaching out to them in record numbers to ask what they should do about the vaccine. Some are considering giving cash bonuses to employees who opt into getting the vaccine, while others may penalize employees who refuse. COVID-19 and government-mandated lockdowns have taken a toll on all different sorts of companies, from manufacturers to restaurants.
They view it as a selling point. That's particularly important for restaurants, bars, gyms, and salons. And so my clients in that segment of service industry are particularly looking hard at making it mandatory.
While this is in part a PR tactic, it is also legally within an employer's rights to roll out this kind of requirement. Legal experts say that businesses have pretty extensive rights. Requiring a vaccine is a health and safety work rule. Some employers, such as hospitals, already require employees to get flu shots every year. So, under the law, an employer can force an employee to get vaccinated, and if they don't, fire them. There are a few ways that employees could apply to be exempt from a blanket requirement. If a workforce is unionized, the collective bargaining agreement may require negotiating with the union before mandating a vaccine. Anti-discrimination laws also provide some protections. Now, other employers are taking a different route, offering incentives to workers to voluntarily get vaccinated. That could mean that if you get the vaccine, you don't have to wear the same level of PPE in the office or have your temperature taken every day. There's also talk of financial perks.
Many of my clients who are struggling with this issue have said, well, while we think it's a good idea to make it mandatory, we are going to make it voluntary, but we're going to try to offer economic incentives, bonuses, as well as paying for the vaccination and offering optionally, if the family wants to have the vaccination, to pay for that too.
Dunn says his clients are looking at their balance sheets to see if they can afford to pay employees some sort of cash bonus if they get the vaccine. As for when this could happen, lawyers tell me that employers are probably a few months away from making a decision either way. An emergency use authorization is not a license, so there is a legal question as to whether you can mandate an emergency observation. Mandatory vaccination protocols, therefore, may have to wait until the FDA completes the entire approval process for the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine.
All right, my royal family. All right, I want to explain some stuff. We're going to get back to Nurse Becky. Let me put this on mute while y'all look at me, see. I'm going to tell y'all right now, it is not mandatory to be vaccinated at all. These people will use certain words that will put people in a certain state. Now, they're going to try to impose that on you, but you got to slow down and think. If it is so damn mandatory, why would some companies say, well, we'll offer you something? Well, if it's mandatory, then you don't offer nobody anything. All right? Think about it. You need to really slow down. You know? Okay, well, they are requiring, if you work for particular companies, you have to take this shot. And if you do not take this vaccine, then they're going to have in writing what could possibly, your different options. You may not get the job. You may lose the job. Okay, let's think about the people who have pre-existing health issues. Well, that's not mandatory because based on their pre-existing health issues, it would compromise their health if they take it. Say somebody has something pre-existing and they want to take it. Well, the government is already letting you know that you can't sue for compensation. It's going to be people like that. Why they already worried about the law on that? They know this ain't going to work. So they don't want people running thinking they can sue Pfizer and Moderna. But it's going to be some, because the enemy going to get sick and they going to push the envelope anyway. They got hot shot lawyers out here that will still make an attempt. So basically, the government ain't backing you at all. At all. Anytime you get vaccinated, basically what you were saying is that however the stipulations are set up and stuff, and 9 times it is set up that they are not legally binded to compensate you or anything, or even offer basic health care for you. Because what they're going to have in writing that you willingly took it. So it's not, again, mandatory. It's not mandatory because eventually they're going to have they want our babies to take it. And then you got Nurse Becky up here passing out. I thought it was extremely important why I go back over there and drag her and think about what I said. Now, I'm not trying to act like I know the law, but I know a little something because I know how to read. And then I can read in between those blurred lines where they're constantly putting you in a state of fear. And it's like, yes, people need jobs, but nobody don't got no damn job. And then on top of that, even if you get it willingly, you still got to wear your mask. And then they acting like, well, for a perk, if you get the shot, you don't have to wear it. Like that's great. So as long as you masked up and stuff like that, who you gonna infect? Just think about it, my royal family, how the enemy get down. Now, the Creator wanted us to see this for a reason. For a reason. On a particular day and a particular time. So you got to do your own thinking at the end of the day. It's extremely important. The video I put up yesterday, we heard that doctor/lawyer, you can't sue. So people been trying. People still been trying because they babies, they've been vaccinated and they all messed up. It's a world out here. And the more people feel the effects of being vaccinated, they're going to be compelled to sue. Or say, because they don't know the long-term side effects, they're going to be like, oh, wow, I'm going to have this health condition for the rest of my life or whatever it may be. And then that's an extra burden on you. And then people will be suing for that too, because they have to concur a cost because they willingly and voluntarily took the shot. So girlfriend, they mad at her because they, basically said, if you knew you had this situation, why would you do this? She vain, my royal family. She wants to be the first. If she had it her way, she would be up on our throne, trying to rule and reign. So she happened to be the head nurse, and then she wanted to demonstrate to her underlings that she's invincible. And our Father said, no, I'm going to show the world. I'm going to show the world. All right? And didn't he show the world? We're going to go right back. In the Bible, the number 17 symbolizes overcoming the enemy and a complete victory. Now, you interpret the way you want. I have my interpretation of it. We all open, But we need to pay very close attention how the enemy and the enemy supporters is getting down on this. And now you're looking at their own. Because I don't care what anybody say. When they shot her with that, she should have immediately, not 17 minutes later. So my interpretation of what I witnessed in 17 minutes, it affects your system like that. You don't know what kind of permanent damage you may have. And you have total faith in the enemy? One thing that I keep saying over and over, you're going to submit eventually. All right? You're going to. So we're going to see how this goes. We're going to hear people online giving testimonies that this stuff didn't work, going to be begging not to take it. And mainstream media, we're going to battle because they're going to be trying to shut our voices down. So do what you got to do, my royal family. Send this video out everywhere. Talk to your people and everything. And then one more thing you need to do is render your voice with your beautiful divine words. And as always, my royal family, I thank you for your love. I thank you for your support. And with that said, Ashe. Ooh, that was juicy.